The West Ashley suburb of Charleston, South Carolina is home to some awesome master plan communities. If you want to live in a nice neighborhood in one of the best parts of Charleston, then I promise by the end of this video, you will find one that you're looking for. In this video, I'm going to cover the top 5 master plan communities and share some important news about the area. So let's dive right in. I like to divide West Ashley into 2 parts, west of I-526 and east of I-526. East of I-526 started development sooner than the west side of the area because it's closer to the peninsula and to the beaches. To give you some historical context, the first major bridge into West Ashley over the Ashley River was built back in 1929, and we still use it today. Master plan communities didn't come popular until the 1960s, and they weren't commonplace until the 1990s. By this time, the east side of West Ashley had already been developed, which is why all the master plan communities are in the west side of West Ashley. An added bonus of living on this side is you get more bang for your buck. There are 3 main roadways that go to the west side of West Ashley. That is Highway 61, also called Ashley River Road, runs to the north. Highway 17, also called Savannah Highway, runs to the south side. And then the Glen McConnell Parkway runs in the middle. All 3 roads intersect on I-526 on the east and intersect Bees Ferry Road on the west side. This is important because these roads are the most affected by traffic if you live on the west side of West Ashley. Glen McConnell Parkway was just expanded in 2023, and a major infrastructure project is underway on 17 to alleviate traffic concerns on the Maid Road intersection. And while this traffic can get bad, I would say that there's other parts of Charleston that can be much, much worse. So the first neighborhood I want to talk about is Shadow Moss Plantation. It's located just off Highway 61. Development here started in the 70s, along with the Shadow Moss Country Club, so it is actually the oldest one on this list. Living close to Highway 61 is nice because it's one of the main arteries to Summerville from West Ashley. If you've heard of Crowfield Plantation in Goose Creek, Shadow Moss has a very similar feel to it. There are around 1,100 homes in this community with a wide variety of home sizes, including condos, patio homes, townhomes, and single-family homes. There's been a lot of builders in Shadow Moss's history, but more recently, New Leaf Builders finished the Middleborough condos. I think it's important to note that while you can find smaller townhomes or condos here, they don't come on the market often, so I want to focus mostly on single-family detached homes. For home sizes on the smaller end, you can expect anywhere from 1,200 square feet, and for larger homes, they can easily climb up to 4,800 square feet. Something that makes Shadow Moss stand out is the smaller home sizes. It can be a great place to look if you're a first-time home buyer because you can find an affordable small home in the mid-300s. Not only are the prices low for West Ashley, but you get to live in a golf course community. Keep in mind, you're only 30 minutes to downtown Charleston as well. Average home prices within Shadow Moss range from $370,000 for the smaller homes up to $900,000, with the average sales price being $519,000 in 2024. Like I said, a ton of variety of homes here. Now, let's talk about the amenities in Shadow Moss. The first and arguably the coolest is the country club and the golf course. It's a championship course with 18 holes, a driving range, and chipping greens. You don't have to be a member to golf here. In the clubhouse, you'll find a nice pro shop, a gym, and a grill room with a bar. Just outside the clubhouse is a junior Olympic-sized pool, a toddler pool, and tennis courts. Shadow Moss was designed to be walkable with a ton of sidewalks spread throughout it. The golf course offers some great views, but an added benefit are the walking trails through the wooded areas that connect to all the ponds. It's also very close to Drayton Hall and Magnolia Plantation, which are some of the coolest attractions in West Ashley. It's a safe neighborhood with a wide variety of home options that tailors to nearly everyone. I highly recommend it. Now, there is something very important that I need to tell you that's going to affect the rest of the neighborhoods on my list except the last one. There's a massive infrastructure project starting soon on the intersection of Highway 17 and Main Road, just right here. The intersection is one of the 2 entrances to Johns Island, and traffic can get really backed up on Highway 17. The goal of this project is to reduce traffic congestion by adding flyovers, widening the road, and a few other things. It's going to temporarily affect everyone who lives in these neighborhoods because traffic is going to be redirected to Bees Ferry Road, but the project is expected to finish by 2028. Once the project is done, it's going to make getting around to this side of West Ashley and Johns Island much quicker. I promise you this is a good thing, but for now we might just have to suffer for a few years until it finishes up.
You're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it.
That being said, the next neighborhood on my list is called Grand Oaks. It's located just north of Bees Ferry Road and is neighbors with Shadow Moss. This is one of the most mature and well-established modern communities in West Ashley. It was primarily developed in the early 2000s before the 2008 financial crisis, so you can find homes that were built before then. Another cool thing about Grand Oaks is that it has townhomes. You can find some spacious brick townhomes, which can be tough to find in other neighborhoods around Charleston. They are pretty unique looking too. If you were standing on some of these streets, you might think you're in Washington, D.C. DC or Maryland. They have that old Northeast feel. The builders for Grand Oaks were Syntex and D.R. Horton. For home sizes, they range from 1,200 square feet to nearly 3,300 square feet. Over the past year, townhomes sold in the range of $275,000 up to $500,000. And for single-family homes, they range in prices from $380,000 up to $650,000. Now, let's talk about the amenities at Grand Oaks because there are a lot of them. There are multiple pools and clubhouses spread throughout the neighborhood. The Bees Ferry Rec Center is a 19,000 square foot community area that has baseball fields, football fields, basketball courts, pickleball courts, playgrounds, and dog parks, and other athletic fields. The Rec Center has a variety of youth sports programs throughout the year, and they play pretty much any sport you can think of. They offer art and craft classes for toddlers, so there's something for all ages. This is another walkable neighborhood with great sidewalks that connect to a ton of different ponds, making it easy for residents to get out and exercise or to take your dog on a walk. If you love mature neighborhoods with a lot of amenities, then Grand Oaks may be the one for you. Up next, I want to talk about Grand Bees, and it's right next to Grand Oaks, just off Bees Ferry Road. This is one of the smaller neighborhoods on my list that was built between 2018 and 2022. The builder for this neighborhood was Lennar, who is known for large, spacious, and modern homes. The homes in this neighborhood have a nice modern look to them with models that have coastal-inspired architecture. Grand Bees is known for having larger homes at reasonable prices. You can find some smaller homes here around 1,400 square feet, but most are going to be over 2,000 square feet. According to our MLS sales data, only 35% of homes sold in the last 7 years were under 2,000 square feet in Grand Bees, so yeah, it has larger homes. Prices can range between the low 400s for smaller homes, and larger homes can climb up to the upper 600s. Now, something strange about this neighborhood is the trees. I don't know why the developers did this, but it's like they consciously chose to keep some of the ugliest trees possible. The county landfill is pretty close, but there's never a smell. However, because of that, there are a higher number of birds in the area compared to what you'd see in other neighborhoods in West Ashley. I personally own a home here, and while there are some potential negatives, it's a really nice place to live. There is no better bang for your buck in West Ashley when it comes to modern, newer homes. Now, let's talk about the amenities in Grand Bees. This neighborhood shares all the amenities at Grand Oaks, so you have access to the rec center, tennis center, and community pools. Similar to other neighborhoods, there are nice sidewalks and ponds to explore. Both neighborhoods, Grand Oaks and Grand Bees, are right next to the West Ashley Circle Center, which is a nice shopping center in the area, making it super easy to get food and other everyday essentials. If you love large, affordable, modern homes at an affordable price point with great shared amenities, then you cannot overlook Grand Bees. Next, let's talk about one of the coolest neighborhoods in West Ashley. That is Hunt Club. It's just to the south of Grand Bees. This is one of the more exclusive and mature neighborhoods that features large houses on big lots. Development started here in 2001 and continued through 2022. Because development lasted a couple decades, you can find a wide variety of home ages, styles, and sizes. This is another great neighborhood to find nice townhomes with stone exteriors and nice finishes on the interior. What makes this neighborhood stand out over the others is the large lot sizes and the home sizes. If you value having a big yard with a ton of space, this is one of the best places to look. For home sizes, the smaller ones, relatively speaking, start at 2,100 square feet, and the larger ones can climb up to just over 5,000 square feet. For home prices, they range from $520,000 up to $875,000 depending on the size, location, and style. A lot of the homes have designer finishes on the interior that give it more upscale feel. You will have a lot of homes where the owners installed pools or are situated next to large ponds. You can also find big homes on wooded lots that offer more privacy as well. It's pretty remarkable. For amenities, they aren't as extensive as other neighborhoods, but the rec center in Grand Oaks is right down the road. There is a nice community pool and the playground in Hunt Club, but something you'll notice that there are not a ton of sidewalks. This neighborhood isn't as walkable as some of the other ones on this list. Another important thing to note is Hunt Club is going to be one of those neighborhoods most affected by that road project I mentioned earlier because it's situated right near the intersection of Bees Ferry and Highway 17. All that being said, this is one of the best neighborhoods in all of West Ashley. Top of the line, large homes with big yards surrounded by a ton of natural elements. It's tough to beat. This brings me to the final neighborhood on my list, which is Carolina Bay. In my opinion, this is one of the most vibrant communities in West Ashley because it's a colorful neighborhood with stylish modern architecture. And when I mean colorful, it's reminiscent of something you see in downtown Charleston. It's a big neighborhood of around 1,000 acres in size, and development started here in 2006, which is currently ongoing. The most recent sales data says that there's over 1,800 homes in the neighborhood, with plans to expand it to over 2,100 homes. The developers for Carolina Bay are Syntex and Pulte Homes. Syntex is a discount builder of Pulte Homes, who's the third largest builder in the United States. It has a great location that's sandwiched in between Highway 17 and Glen McConnell Parkway. It's a little further east than all the other neighborhoods we talked about, but with close access to Highway 17, you're close to all the shopping options on the Savannah Highway, and you're also probably going to have a quicker commute because you're further east, but it does command a premium on the price. Because it's such a large neighborhood with a lot of homes, there is a ton of variety. For home sizes on the smaller end, they can start around 1,400 square feet, but can climb to over 4,000 square feet for the larger homes. For home prices, they range from $450,000 all the way up to $850,000 depending on the size, style, and location. Townhomes can start in the mid 300s and climb up to the $500,000 price point as well. Let's talk about amenities in Carolina Bay. This neighborhood has a lot of great natural elements in it, including tidal creeks and marshland views. There are several pools and playgrounds spread throughout the neighborhood, as well as dog parks and a covered pavilion with an outdoor fireplace. There are great walking trails that cut through wooded areas and connect to ponds, so if you value getting outside and seeing some of nature, it's really easy to do here. The Carolina Bay Park is one of the central hubs for the community. A lot of events are held here, such as food truck nights and outdoor movie nights and farmers markets. Carolina Bay is one of the most popular neighborhoods in West Ashley, and for good reason. I highly recommend considering it if you're moving to the area. Now that you know where the best master plan communities in all of West Ashley are, all you need to decide is which one to live in. I can help with that. My contact info is always in the video description down below, so be sure you reach out. I personally live in West Ashley and can advise you on a ton of neighborhoods, including ones I didn't mention in this video. I want to earn your business and be your resource for all things real estate here in Charleston. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.